What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your host with the most, White Boy 7th Street, and I'm very excited to be showing you the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer reveal trailer. Break it down in super sexy slow motion so we don't miss any of the details and give you guys my thoughts and opinions. When I first watched it, I was very impressed. It looks beautiful, very cinematic, and I think it confused a lot of people that it was actually the multiplayer reveal, and it featuring a lot of vehicles, which you're going to see a little bit later in this video. But I had goosebumps, and my first thought was COD is back, and I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be coming back to Call of Duty in full force. I could not support the recent Call of Duties, and to be honest, I don't think it's got to solve all of Call of Duty's problems going to World War II, but it's got to fix a lot of the problems. And it looks nitty, it looks gritty, it doesn't look like a game for 12-year-olds, which I feel like the recent Call of Duties have been. And we're going to do a giveaway, Call of Duty World War II on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Comment down below what system you would prefer, subscribe to my channel, and leave a like on this video. Now, one thing I really noticed, and that's so satisfying, and they listen to the community, the M1 Garand was an iconic weapon in World at War, and the sound was probably one of the most memorable reloading sounds. You got to see boots on the ground literally shoved in your face as a metaphor, and you got to see someone laying on the ground. I don't know if there's going to be a medic or a last stand type of feature, a bayonet charge with the yell. I saw a lot of people say Battlefield 1 was copied right there. I think a bayonet charge, Call of Duty World at War had a bayonet. You didn't charge like that, and it's a really good feature in Battlefield 1, so you guys need to calm down a little bit. He pulls out the flamethrower, and you got to see people burning on the ground. How gruesome does this look? The flamethrower was super awesome in Call of Duty World at War, and it was one of my favorite games of all time. And another thing I noticed a lot, you got to see blood pop off all over the place. The mist of the blood. I'm so glad they're doing that and just making it a little bit more hardcore and not kid friendly. Now, I also noticed that they went from like a beach in the first scene, and now they're on a snow map, so I kind of like that diversity, that they're going to be bringing it to multiple battlefronts all across probably Europe. You're going to see a woman featured right there. I don't know, people were freaking out about the women in Call of Duty World War II, and I didn't notice it too much right there. So I'm just very happy about this, and I want to come back to being a part of the Call of Duty community. And I never left. I just represented. Oh, did you see the gore? Did you see his leg just blew? I did not notice that the first time I watched it. His leg just blew off because of a grenade. Now, I have no idea what this is. The parachute's coming in. Is this how you spawn in? Is this reinforcements? Is that a kill streak and those are like AI people? I have no idea what the parachutes are going to be a part of. I don't know how they're going to implement that into Call of Duty, but that was kind of interesting to see the parachutes in the game. Now, the trench gun right here, brutal up close, and like you've just seen so many people get destroyed. This is what I wanted to see in Call of Duty. I noticed something interesting right here. He's got to put a special bullet into a shotgun, pump it, load it, and look how he shoots. It looks like a FPS Russia video with Dragon's Breath or some kind of special shell in a shotgun, because the first shot was not like that at all. So I wonder what that mechanic is going to be in the game, and it feels like war. Look at this. Planes crashing into the building. Keep in mind, this is the multiplayer reveal. I don't know if that's like a cinematic event that happens mid-game, or if that was a kill streak that went into the plane, or went into the building after dying, or someone shot it down and it just seemed to crash into the building, or if I'm just interested in how vehicles are going to be portrayed in multiplayer, because it is big in Battlefield, and I think Call of Duty is good because it's its own separate game. Battlefield's good if you want that massive online tanks, planes. We're going to see another boat map in the game, which Call of Duty has so many maps on boats. I think they have like 4 or 5 maps on boats, and they're always like a little bit iffy, but think it's cool to fight on a destroyer. I just don't know how the enemy team, like, how are you gonna let the enemies, like, get on your boat? How does that happen? Like pirates? I don't know. Another thing I noticed, and I really like, you're gonna see him creep up with the shovel, and he had it out. It's not like he was walking up with a gun, so that's gonna be some sort of multiplayer mechanic. Snipers always have to be featured, and I noticed he got shot straight in the head. And I wish one thing, it is gory with the blood mist, but one thing I wish they did is copy Battlefield 1 with the helmets popping off when you get a headshot, because that is just so freaking cool when that happens. You got to see a mortar drop from multiple planes in the sky. Just one big bomb. It's probably got to be some sort of kill streak. I hope so, because like I'm wondering if they're going to have that specialist system in Call of Duty, and maybe after, like, you can be a pilot in your specialist, and after a while you get a plane or something. I'm just really interested in how vehicles are going to be integrated in the game, because you're going to see anti-aircraft, and from a first-person perspective. So someone was on that anti-aircraft, and it seems like vehicles are going to be featured very big, and you're going to see a tank right here, and a lot of tanks. Now, I hope it's not like Call of Duty World at War. You got to see this guy on top of the tank, so in some capacity the tank is going to be featured in the game. I did not like it in World at War. On a few maps it was okay, but one thing I saw on Twitter, someone say it could be like Overwatch, and you have to escort the tank to the finish for the objective. Speaking of objective, that looks like search and destroy, but it also could... Oh, is that a dolphin dive? Did he just dolphin dove? Because, like, you saw him plop on the floor, and that was definitely a dolphin. Is the dolphin dive coming back? The faces look just brilliant, and this is probably my favorite part. 2 things in your hand, baby, we're coming back. I hope that means something about party games. But 2 things in your hand, dolphin dive? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? COD's back, baby.